Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we get started, drop in the chat if you are attending Data and AI Summit this year. And we are actually live on three different platforms: LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. I have links for all of them here. Yeah, so please let me know if you are going to Summit this year. Are you going to be in person or attending virtually? Still deciding? Okay. Let's give it a minute for people to join in. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. All right. Awesome. Yeah. So who is going? Okay. Cool. So if you haven't registered and if you are not able to join in person, you can still attend virtually and register for it because it's also free. Yeah. So, anyways, I wanted to do this session because the summit has become huge now. Can you believe it? 30,000 people are expected to be in person and 70,000 people, over 70,000 people, joining virtually. So, if this is your first time, it can feel like everyone else knows where to go, who to meet, and what announcements mean. I want to make this less overwhelming and quick disclaimer, I'm not the event organizer or official event support. So, what I'm sharing today is from my own experience attending, speaking, working at Databricks, building around this community, and following the market trends. So, by end of the live stream, you should feel more confident walking into the summit, understanding Databricks conversation, planning your week and meeting people without feeling awkward. So, along the way, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to put them in the chat in either LinkedIn or YouTube, and I will answer them as we go. Also, if you are not able to join live, this is going to be recorded and available on my LinkedIn. So, yeah, you can check it out later too. So, very quick context on why I am sharing this. I have been around the summit for almost a decade, Spark Summit era to what now is Data AI Summit. I also spent 5 years at Databricks working with real production customers and later building the community and developer ecosystem around it. So, this is not a formal Databricks briefing. This is more like here is what I wish someone told me before I walked in the summit. So, this is the map I want you to keep in your head for the week. You do not need to memorize every single product name, just understand the layers. So, I'm going to explain it to you in simple terms. Imagine you are building a giant library. We need shelves, labels, organization, and rules. That is Apache Spark, Delta Lake, MLflow, and Unity Catalog, the open source foundation. Nobody visits the library because the shelves are exciting, but without them, nothing else works, right? Next layer is next is people want to use the library. They want to search, ask questions, find information, and get answers. That's where things like SQL, AI, BI, Genie, and apps fit. They help people interact with the knowledge inside the library. Now, imagine we hire a really smart librarian. Instead of just answering questions, they can find information, connect ideas, make recommendations, and help complete tasks. That's where Mosaic AI, Agent Bricks, Agent Gateway, MCP, Genie, and Lakebase start fitting in. The library is not just storing information anymore, it is actually helping people get things done faster. 10 years ago, most of the conversation was about building the library. Now, before I give you summit tips, I want to show you what people will be talking about because people love demos and it is easier to understand Databricks when you see the workflow instead of just hearing the product names. So the question for this demo is like, how does the company go from raw data to an agent? And I'm hoping that through this demo, you can actually feel comfortable being in the summit, being in the conversation rooms, because you're gonna hear the lot of terms around it. So you're gonna appreciate if you log in. So let me quickly share my screen, uh, reshare my screen actually. And okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm going to change my screen to Databricks Playground. 1 second while I do that. Okay, I'm going to share screen. Okay. All right, you should be able to see the screen now. Let me quickly check the comment section to see. Okay, amazing. I have some comments here. Definitely, like while I am showing this, please make sure if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Sometimes if I'm talking and sharing, I won't be able to see both together, but I will try my best. Okay, awesome. All right, let's quickly go back to the screen. All right. So this is actually a free edition of Databricks. So what I want you to do, please make sure if you really care about it. Okay, I'm not selling the product, but if you really care about it, it's available for free. Yes. So you don't have to even use your credit card. You can just log in with the email, and you will be able to actually log into this workspace. So Databricks provides a lot of things here. I know you can overwhelmed. Uh, but yeah, so you can see that you have a lot of things here. Initially, it used to be just notebooks, and now it has grown a lot bigger. So here on the right hand side, you can actually see the workspace details, and it allows you to see like what workspace offers, Lakehouse, Genie One, Weekbase, Postgres, Data Apps, and Genie. This is really cool, Genie, because this is like uh, Databricks agent. You can ask Genie anything and everything about the workspace, about the data that you have, about the code. It will even like build things for you after it. I actually tried it myself and built a demo on this. So yeah, I did a vibe coding in Genie. So anyway, and then in the center panel, you will see some good resources. If this is your first time logging in, you can take some courses here. Yeah, there are pretty good courses if you want to get deep into it. They also go through some of the engineering concepts, machine learning concepts, so things that are very foundational to AI and machine learning. You learn from it. So it doesn't just teach kind of concepts as well. So you get a real good familiarity with like technical concepts. So if you're looking for jobs and stuff, it will be handy. Anyway, yeah, these are just like some samples. So if you have a brand new workspace, this might not show up, but there are still some resources that you can check out. All right, now the left-hand pane, right? So this is where all of the cool stuff lives. You can hide it, and so there is home, learn. These are all the courses you can take for free. Workspace, this is where you have notebooks, your repos. Databricks actually connects directly to your GitHub folder, so you don't have to go back and forth between repos. You can do push and pull from here, and then Databricks allows you to work collaboratively with coworkers, with your organization. So you can actually, uh, create resources here and share it with your audience. Users, so this is where you will find like all the users that you have given access to within your workspace. Okay, and so that's a little bit about the workspace, and this is where also notebook stays, like booklets. Now I'm gonna go to, yeah, in the recents, just think of it as like your Google Drive, where you have all the recent stuff you have done. So this may look different to you because you will have a different workspace, but I ran a lot of queries and stuff, so that's why it is shown up here for me. And then catalog. So you all must have heard about Unity Catalog. And yeah, so this shows you a good map of your real table names, and this is a data layer basically for Databricks. Think of it as company's filing cabinet, except it is governed and it's queryable. I've got so many tables here. Let's say, so I have retail table here. So you can actually see a lot of information here on retail. Let me show you. When I hover over, it actually shows the owner. It also shows how long it was updated and then size. I don't have compute here. Anything that you run within the Databricks, you actually need compute. So let me just start here. Okay, this is my starter workspace, the free workspace. It is going to give me some compute that I'm able to, test all this out and all the components. But if you have like a very large workload and you need more compute, you can go on to the paid plan. Databricks has multiple paid plans. Anyway, all right. So once I have my compute, it is able to show me the file size. This is how fast the compute was. It is actually magic. We worked on it for a lot of years. So I'm happy. Okay, so in the overview tab, like here on the right hand side, you can actually see the whole view of your data. Now there is like AI integration everywhere in the workspace, right? So you can actually talk to AI and even query the data that you have in front of you. It can also build visualizations. So right now I'm going to just quickly show you all the tabs here. It shows me like sample data, and this is the AI query. Pretty cool, right? I can see my sample. I can also see my data explorer here with the AI app, and then SQL. So if I need to, modify a SQL, I can just copy this and go to the SQL editor here on the left-hand pane and just build my queries around it if I'm not satisfied with this and if I want to add some modifications. Yeah, pretty cool. Details, you can actually see properties of your data, like, this is the Delta Lake properties, which comes very handy. Um, and permission, imagine if you have shared this data with multiple people or if you want to collaborate, you can add the governance here, access permissions, grant, revoke. So it allows you to do all of that. Policies, I don't have a policy here, but I'm going to quickly show you. You can build the policies here. So think of them as like, owner, then you have product managers, you have machine learning engineers, you have uh, AI, AI forward deployment engineers. So you can build different policies and give different scopes to them. So look at this. You can actually build groups here, and groups will show up here once you have added them. And uh, you can kind of play around with this. I'm not going to go too much detail into it because this is just meant for the overview. You can see history. The reason I'm showing you in depth about this is because think of your governance layer. Everybody now is talking about agent governance, AI governance. So these are some components that make it happen, that make enterprise workloads really uh, possible, like production workloads, because governments care about it. You saw, right? Cloud released something and they had to shut it down, governance, right? So that's why, all these infrastructure components are really, really important. And then lineage. Lineage is important because if you uh, if you want to see how the table was modified and so on, this is actually showing me the notebook itself, but I can see the lineage graph here. Yeah, you can see where the producers are and then tables. It's gonna give you a good lineage graph here. You can also create external metadata if you have. So that actually just got released very recently. And then insights. So things like who are the frequent users of this table, frequent dashboards that were built on this table, for example. So this actually gives you a very good view of how your organization is also using the tables or the data that you have. It kind of gives you like good insights on on what to build next, or like a good intelligence on your own enterprise. And then you can also enable data quality. So once I enable it, it will start monitoring the people. Anyway, we spent a lot of time here, so I'm going to go to jobs and pipelines. So currently, I don't have jobs and pipelines here, but if you for example, have like streaming jobs, or if you want to see like where in the pipeline your jobs failed, uh, it will give you a good linear graph, and you can actually see, you know, see a good status of what jobs depend on, how many runs. Sometimes think about it as retries, run status. So, because I have this as my sample example, no, I don't have all the details here, but yeah, jobs and pipelines are very helpful for your data engineering pipeline. And then compute I already covered because I have a very uh, because I have this edition, I have very small compute. And then cover, I think this is a new feature coming up, which allows you to explore assets that are relevant and get recommendations. And you can have search capability across your asset. This is a huge thing because search typically work, doesn't work well in this context. Cool. Let me quickly see the chat. Please definitely add your questions here if you have. Okay, awesome. And then, okay, let me go back to the marketplace. Marketplace is very cool because you can actually not only connect uh, MCP listings, but look at this. You have partner connect integrations, models that you can connect, popular models. So yesterday I wanted to see all the stock market data and get some intelligence out of it. So I was trying to see if S&P can provide me that data. So what's this? Like S&P is already in the marketplace, and if I want data from it for research purposes or whatever, you can request access, and this form will actually ask you about your company, about your intended use, and then sends this request to S&P Global. It will also ask where you want to run this. Yeah, so it's very easy to get data from all of these sources. Definitely, data sharing was one of the things that Databricks really cared about. And yeah, like in the product line, you can see that you can have so many different apps, data, AI, all in single marketplace. So it's very good resource. Now let's jump on to SQL. Hmm. If you're an analyst, right, you love SQL editor. That's where I showed you, right? You can copy and paste the queries directly here. And then under queries, it will show you all the queries that you have done so far. Dashboards, this is where you're gonna see the dashboard view of all the stuff you have built. So this is like my retail demo data that I wanted to build. And then Genie Spaces, this is pretty cool because this allows me uh, to really like have a natural language conversation with my data. So cover the insights very easy. Think of this as like, let's say, if there are if in your organization there are people who don't know SQL, they don't know table names and whatnot, you can use Genie unlock uh, to unlock this barrier between data and insights. So your organization, those users, they just have to just log in and navigate these places. And then alerts. Um, so this also allows you to create alerts for your SQL pipeline, and then you can configure different conditions, notifications, whatnot. Query history. So this is going to show you different queries that were run within your organization. Yeah, of course. Yesterday I was building a lot of like web scraping intelligence pipeline, so that's why I have a lot of error. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you a quick query. So in the query, you can actually see how much data was read, query profile, execution, how much time was spent in each query, the memory. This is not a very good query to see. Let's see this one. Oh, okay. Um, then I have this one. Okay. Okay. This one is okay. Let's see the query profile. So you can see like each uh, each component of the query was duration, when does it start, when did it end, and so many insights about your about the way you are running your SQL and your performance of the query. So that's about it. SQL warehouses. I only have one server, but um, I think it only allows you to create, yeah, and then you can grant permissions. Awesome. Now let's go to data engineering tab. Here it shows all the runs. Runs meaning your job runs, job failures, whatnot, data ingestion. So if you have so many different data sources that because Databricks allows you to have different data sources and put it into your lake house here, you can actually yeah configure that here and also upload files directly from your file. You can create modify table. So you see all of your data can be in Databricks. And then let's go to AI ML. There's a playground here. In the playground, oh, there is a supervised API. Okay. So you can kind of see what it is. I'm pretty sure they're gonna show a demo of this at the summit. This is pretty cool. So what this basically is, imagine we are moving from like agents to managing agents. So now our jobs are more of like supervising the agents. So I think this feature is supervising all your agentic workforce around you. So I yeah, I cannot wait to try this out. I haven't tried it. You can prototype an agent, pre-built here, and then add your own tool if you want. And then if you get starter examples that you try genuinely. See, there is function. Can do that. And right now I don't have it enabled, so I need to enable this. But anyway, agents, you can have your agents connected here. Currently, external agents are not available here. Maybe it's available in the paid version. So you can connect MCPs. Um, yeah, see, there is a lot of agents built. One agent to like just web scrape the data, one agent to build intelligence, and like imagine different tasks you can uh, get your agents to do. AI Gateway allows you to govern and access your AI here. So agent integrations, for example, you can have Codex, Cursor, Gemini, all other integrations that you can think of here. There are also featured models. I'm gonna, I'm gonna. So yeah, these are the models that Databricks has. Well, there are more actually, but uh, you see there are like Claude Opus 4.8, Gemini 3.5, even like the latest models that were released in the last week. They were also available here. And then yeah, this actually shows you different MCPs in the experiments. So ML flow, end-to-end machine learning, machine learning. You can create Gen AI apps here. Unity catalog, you can provide lineage for agent. Configure that here. Forecasting, I think they are building auto genie here, which is pretty cool. It's gonna change a lot of awesome. And then features, you can basically see what features you created here in your workspace. Models, we already saw this. And then serving. Um, so I think serving is available under the AI gateway. And then if I have this, oh, yeah, gateway points, and you can track usage, your stable rate limits, guardrails. So you can build a lot of guardrails, your rate. This is where it gets interesting because you can assign budgets. I have been running super I have been running super high on my credits for Claude. The consumption is getting crazy, so I think better to have like um, you know, better to have guardrails in place. Anyway, I think this was interesting. I clicked something and I looked at this metrics monitoring, which is pretty cool. You can monitor all your you can also benchmark your model evaluations, benchmark questions. Okay, let's see. Oh, run. All right, I think I'm gonna get lost in this demo because there's so much going on here, so I don't want to get lost. But you get the feel of it, right? All of these are pretty simple. Like, if you think of end-to-end agentic workflow, for example, you have data, you now need governance, you need your organization, your organization to have access to the data. You also want guardrails. So you can see that a lot of things are happening here for a reason because it allows you to give kind of access. Awesome. So that's about our Databricks demo. Now feel confident whenever he's talking about any of these terms, and you can walk in confidently, to have those conversations. So let me stop my share now, and then let me quickly see the chat. Know more about how does the networking sessions work. Awesome. So let me go back to my slides. Awesome. Share screen. Okay. All right. So what you just saw is not just Databricks as one product. It is a platform that connects multiple parts of data and AI workflow. We saw notebooks and pipelines represent the data layer. This is where data engineers and developers prepare, transform, and manage data. We saw the query history, SQL, and dashboards that represent the analytics layer, where people start asking business questions and building reports or decision-making workflows. The models and AI gateway pieces represent the AI layer. This is where teams can use model, evaluate them, and serve them. The agents and MCP pieces represent the next layer, the now layer. This is where AI systems are not just answering questions, but starting to use tools and take actions. And the important point is the model here is not the hero alone. The enterprise data, governance, context, workflow, everything around the model are what make it useful. Um, anyway, okay, this we can skip this slide. But anyway, what I wanted to say is for most of the last decade, the big job was organizing data. Companies had data everywhere, and it was hard to trust. Then we shifted to organizing data using the knowledge. So when I say data to knowledge to decisions to actions, this is what I mean. Data was the raw material. Knowledge is when the data becomes trusted and understandable. Decisions is when humans can use that knowledge through all of the things we saw. Actions are where AI systems and agents are starting to help people do something with their information. So yeah, the theme is consistent. Anyway, this is a quick history. Like Data AI Summit was Spark Summit before, so it's an open source which was an open source community event, and that heritage is why you still see so much of Spark, Delta, MLflow, and Unity Catalog energy on the floor. Spark helped people process data. Delta helped trust data. MLflow helped manage your machine learning workloads. Unity Catalog helped govern it, and now Databricks is moving toward enterprise AI agents. So it's more of an ecosystem conference, and when you think of it that way, you spend less time at booths and more time with the people building the tools. Now let's talk about the actual physical presence. The summit is bigger than people expect. It's not just one building, but there are like so many different buildings around around the Moscone as well, where breakouts happen, meetings and events happen. So you may move between different Moscone buildings, nearby hotels, expo areas, and side events, partner meetings, after hours event. So my practical advice is very simple: plan your feet, not just sessions. Wear comfortable shoes because you're going to be walking a lot, a lot, a lot. San Francisco can look warm and then also get cold very quickly. So and session rooms can sometimes be freezing, so bring a jacket, and do not book your sessions back to back across different buildings unless you are okay missing the first few minutes. Give yourself walking time. That is very important. Okay, so plan your schedule ahead and use the Databricks events app as your home base. Your schedule, maps, messages, everything will live there. Let me see. So Pawan asked, are there any, how does networking sessions work? Are there dedicated space or sessions for network? Yes. So networking sessions happen throughout the event venues. When I say venues, it means Moscone Center. You have hotels around the summit like Intercon, Marriott Marquis. So all of these will have the venues, and also there are unofficial co-located events that are happening throughout the week. And how they work, like official networking sessions, you can actually view them on the app itself. So uh, let me actually show you. um, Databricks Data AI Summit. um, I'm gonna switch the share top screen. Okay. Okay, so here if you look at the experience agenda, so when you go to agenda, here you can filter by session type, and under session type you can see there is an evening event, meetup, and special interest sessions. So once you filter them out, you will be able to see the networking sessions. And actually you will get better experience in the app, because whenever there is a networking session happening, you will get reminders even before. So this Dev Connect meetup is going to happen tomorrow, I think, tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah. Yeah. So this is one of the meetups, and you will see industry forum, data after hours. There are different forums specialized for each industry vertical, so that's how you can get knowledge about it. So hope that answers your question. There are more ways you can. Yeah, expo hall is a very good floor. It's like at the bottom floor of Moscone Center, and there are dedicated spaces for networking sessions. So make sure you register them if you have not already done it. You can actually go in the either in the app or log in online in your account and do that. Okay, I am going to switch to my slides. Okay. Yeah, so when you go into the app, I highly recommend this. You do install the app before you go to the conference tomorrow. Do not wait until you are standing in a hallway trying to figure out where your next session is. In the app, you can actually opt in to the attendee list if you are comfortable. So let me show you the app itself. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but once you have the Databricks app, can you? Yeah. So once you have this app, you can actually see all of these, and then my schedule, because I added a lot of sessions, this pops up and there is a notification icon. So I can ask the app to not notify me in advance. It will notify me. And this Genie is a cool app. If you get lost in any venue, or if you are not sure of which session you wanted to attend but you remember the name of the session, you can actually type it here, like, hey, I'm looking for this session, can you please show me where to go? This happens more often than you think, so this is a cool app to check out. You can also see if you want to meet somebody and they are attending, you can find if the contact information is available. Yeah. Also, okay. Okay. And then what else? Yeah, so if in the app, opt in to for the attendee, if you're comfortable, add your interest and tags, because there are so many people attending, it's hard for you to find people within the app. But make your profile discoverable. If your goal is networking, that makes it so much easier for people with similar interest to find you. Use my schedule. Do not overfill it. Use the on-site guide and for maps and logistics. Use notifications carefully so that you don't miss important updates, and pay attention to live session audio options, because you can actually hear them on the app too. Also look for the features like Summit Quest and Attendee Discovery. Some of these features look small, but they can make it easier for people to meet and navigate the event. And this is how I would actually build my week. I would not optimize for the maximum number of sessions. I would maximize for outcomes. So optimize your outcomes. If your goal is to learn, prioritize keynotes, hands-on labs, customer stories, and the discounted certifications. They are literally $100 certification. It's your opportunity, especially if you are job seeking and you want to showcase your skills. It's not only just like a showcase, but you actually learn various things in the certification process, so it's very helpful. And then of course, like a lot of people will say, like, keynotes, they're recorded, so you can miss, but I highly encourage you to watch the keynotes live. There the keynote rooms especially gets full, so if you cannot make it, does don't stress about it. They have overflow rooms, and you can actually log in through a virtual portal, and you will be able to see it online. The reason you should watch keynotes is because it will give you talking points, so you can show up for those conversations, because everybody will be talking about what happened in the keynote. So I want you to come confident. And if your goal is to meet people, use brain dates, community meetups, ask the experts. There will be so across the expo hall, there will be a lot of these placements sessions that are happening. So you can find it pretty well, because there will be huge signs saying brain dates, community meetups, ask the experts. So find them. And actually, in the app, um, yeah, in the app there is expo hall thing here. So in the expo hall, you can find the companies you want to network with, and there is also like Databricks activations available, so you can actually find it from the app. This is very handy, to be honest. um, yeah, so do that. And then if your goal is to create opportunities, talk to recruiters, you can find them in the expo hall, or some companies, they announce them during their sessions. If you want to talk to product teams, speakers, partners, people doing the work you want to do, you should chat with them, and you should follow up with them within 24 hours or within 2 days, while the conversation is still fresh, because you might forget. Of course, people get busy with the summit, so they will go home and check their messages, so don't sweat. and pick and choose what works for you. I would say plan your day ahead. Keep in mind the must attend things, and then keeping your slots wide open for added flexibility throughout the day. And these are the mistakes I see first timers make. Honestly, I have made some of them myself. First, booking every hour and leaving no breathing room. A full calendar feels productive, but it can make you miss the best parts of the summit. Do yourself a favor and take time to take breaks, drink plenty of water. You will be walking on the feet all time. Second, not using the app until they are already lost. So set up the app already, okay? And then treating this like one building, one room, one track. It is not. You will walk, you will wait, and you will need buffer time. Fourth, waiting until day four to network or follow up. Start small on day one. Ask someone what session they are excited about. Join a brain date. Talk to someone in line. Actually, brain date is pretty cool. You can go into brain date and find all the scheduled ones, topics. If there is a free slot available, you might want to schedule one brain date as well, and people will join you. And then you should not skip labs, certifications, expo, or side events. They come in very, very handy. The main sessions are great, but the value of the summit is not only the scheduled talks. They happen in all these rooms. um, and I also have a list of other events happening, so comment in the chat summit guide, and I will send it to you directly. Summit guide, and I will send it, okay? And then, yeah, I think that covers it all. So have fun, in all this. And if I had to leave you with one lesson from the last decade, it is this: the announcements are very exciting, the technology will keep changing, or keep improving. Every year there will be new names, new features, new architecture diagrams, and new buzzwords. But the relationships are what you will remember. So you may forget the exact session title you attended, but you will remember the person who explained something to you, introduced you to someone, gave you career advice, invited you to a meetup, or helped you understand where the industry is going. So, yes, attend the sessions, watch the keynotes, learn the product updates, but do not forget to meet people. Leave enough room, because there are data and AI community is massive. People all around the world are flying here, so you will meet them. You will be surprised who you will run into. So this is the part of the summit that excites me. Yeah. Now I just want to open up for questions. If you have any, you can ask about planning your schedule, sessions to prioritize, how do you approach people, as many as you want. This is all yours. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Bhavan, thank you. I will send you the summit guide. Okay, let me check my other portal. Okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, if you have any questions, even after watching this, please feel free to drop comments. I will be regularly checking the comments. And again, if you want the resources for the summit, please comment summit guide, and I will DM you the links that I have. In the summit guide, I have links to the side events. And real quickly, Luma app, if you use it, a lot of companies actually populate their apps there. So make sure you can see the Luma app. Yeah. So this is it. I'm pretty excited. I'm already in the summit venue, doing it live from here. So this is amazing. So thank you all who joined. And if you did not get to join this session live, the recording will be available and will live in the LinkedIn and YouTube channels. So thank you so much for paying attention. I know I covered a lot in like this 45 minutes, but if you have questions, let me know. And I'm excited to see you. If you are coming to the summit, say hi to me. I will be around Expo Hall, keynotes, and wherever. This means so much. Yeah. Adios. I will give you your time back. Take care. See you. Bye.